This is Pro Wrestling Illustrated, a love letter to independent wrestling from Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine. I am one of your hosts, PWI Editor-in-Chief Kevin McElvaney. With me here, as always, the Good Witch, the Divine Darling, the Conduit of Karma, the Batch Baddie, the Triple Goddess, La Bruja Mas Technica, Kaia McKenna. Kaia, how's it going?
It's actually been going really great. I've had a great year. I just had a successful title defense at WrestleMax. The weather's beautiful here in Maryland. No complaints. Feeling pretty
you've been
magical.
super busy. And
Made a
it
trip
feels
to
like I just saw you WrestleMania week in Vegas, but here we are not having recorded again in many months. So we're trying to make up for it.
It's okay. Sometimes you just have to take a step back, reset, get right, and then come back stronger than ever. This is what
exactly.
We're doing.
And we're coming back strong with a huge guest today.
Yes.
The winner of the 2025 SCI tournament, which is Jamesen Shook. Jamesen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I don't have as many nicknames as Kaia McKenna does, but I will take 2025 SCI winner. I will take that for now.
That's a huge thing. And
it's a pretty good nickname to have
SCI winner, one half of the IWTV World Tag Team Champions with Jaden Newman. That's huge as well. We'll get into that. But I mean, we got to talk about SCI first, I think, just because this has become one of the most prestigious tournaments in independent wrestling. You had, kind of a tough road to the tournament win here. You took on Cruel, you took on Gary J, and then of course you had the 4-way final. I mean, I think Cruel, and I mean, no offense to you, I think anybody pretty much against Cruel is an underdog. He's a former IWTV World Champion, so that's a huge win. How are you feeling in the wake of all this?
So even though it's a week after, and I know I wrestled this weekend 3 more times, I'm still really sore from SCI. The Cruel match was really cool, minus the media center chair stuff. Those chairs are very, very hard. Kaia knows. Kaia's been in the TW arena. She knows those chairs suck sit on.
They don't move.
No, they don't move. They
do
rock.
Not move.
They rock, and it's very deceiving, but they don't move. The Gary match was super fun. Gary hits like a truck, as expected. But then, even in the finals with Mad Dog, Hunter, and Casey, who all also hit fairly hard, it was definitely probably the hardest hitting road to the finals, I feel like. But I'm happy that I could come out on the other side and say that I'm the 2025 Scenic City Invitational winner. Feels nice.
When you are in a match with someone like Hunter Drake, who's very agile, and then you have Casey Owens, who's extremely technical and cerebral, and then you have Mad Dog, who's just insane. It's how do you prepare for such a buffet of opponents per se in one match?
I hope it goes well. I hope everything goes well. But I like to think that I can do most styles of wrestling. I'm not going to say I can do any style because I really can't. But I feel like I've been in there with a lot of people who are just batshit insane, like a Mad Dog Connolly. I've been in there with people who are very, very, very agile. And I've been in a ring with people who are very calculated, like Casey Owens. I've been in the ring with Casey Owens a lot. And I've been in the ring with Hunter Drake a lot. So I kind of knew what to expect with them. Mad Dog was the weird one because I've never been in a ring with him except for a Winter Wars Rumble at New South in 2024. Yeah, because it was in Huntsville. Yeah. So, and he just hit me hard with a lariat. That felt great until the next morning. But it's a very interesting final because it's a very well-rounded final, as you say. It's there's very different styles to everything. But again, being in the ring with 2 of the 3 a lot kind of helps. But that third outlier is very weird. But I feel like I've been in the ring with enough. Cruel and Gary J was kind of a great walk-up for it because then you have Mad Dog.
More than fair.
Yeah. So I feel like I was decently prepared. Not fully prepared because I got split by that chain, but and I didn't stop bleeding till midnight. So
well, you were able to dig dig the F in, right, and pull it off, and that's what matters.
Jesus. I dug in. I dug something in. But yeah, it was a fun little time, and all of them are great wrestlers. So it was just a really cool final to be in there with a lot of great wrestlers.
How
Speaking
is
of
it
getting
different?
split,
Oh, sorry, Kev.
you're yeah, no, I'm
I was
just
going to say,
excited
last
to
year
get.
you won the Action Futures tournament to get a spot in SCI. And how was Futures different than SCI? Like, was it more demanding? Were there similarities that helped you be more mentally and physically prepared for this tournament this year, knowing you had a whole year to prepare for it?
I would say that SCI is like by far more demanding, even though Futures I wrestled more day of. Futures I wrestled 3 times in one day, 2 of those being triple threats. And one of them included Casey Owens, who again, as we talked about, very, very rough man. It's not just that he looks rough, he is rough.
I've wrestled Casey. I know.
Oh, he's rough.
Oh, yeah. Very hard hitting.
But I love it. And then I wrestled Tim Bosby and Anakin Murphy in the finals of that tournament. Tim Bosby's the actual world champion, and Anakin's just killing it everywhere. So there's that. And then later on that night, I had the scramble where I wrestled Hunter Drake, Nick Iggy, Braden Toon, Cody Manhorn, and I feel like there's one, Big Dave. So, like, that was very physically demanding. However, when you go into SCI, you're going to give it everything you have night one. And then you get to rest. That's great, but it's very outlierish because, like, the next day you're sore depending on who you're wrestling. So then you got to go in, you got to do it again. And then if you win, you got to go and do it one more time the same day. So that's kind of why I feel like SCI is much more demanding, because also if you are winning the tournament, you have to basically wrestle 3 times in the final because it's an elimination. So you're basically wrestling 3 matches in one, and then you have to wrestle earlier that night and then the night before. And so SCI by far more demanding than Futures.
Some excellent recall there with all the opponents you faced, which is impressive given how much you get knocked around. I mean, it's easy you'd be forgiven for forgetting some of these names. Going to ask you to not remember as far back because we're recording this on Monday, and yesterday was your second. In Japan, we call it a produce show, but my Kink Is Karma, which is the second Chapel Roan named show that you've put on, to my knowledge.
Yes, second Chapel Roan show, 3rd overall show.
3rd overall, okay, yeah. So, let's talk about the match first, then maybe we could get into the rest of the show. But your match, because you had a hell of a match that you were involved in with, and that was an ICW American Deathmatch Championship match against John Wayne Murdoch. Speaking of hitting hard, how are you feeling after that?
Well, I've got this hand wouldn't stop bleeding, so it's wrapped. I've got this hand that's just cut all to hell. My back looks horrific, so I'll spare that one, and I really don't want to take this off. If I take this shirt off, it's gonna pull and it'll hurt. But match was really fun. John Wayne Murdoch is probably the best American Deathmatch wrestler in the world right now. So getting to step into the ring with him, which by the way was just a blessing, because that man did 63 panes of glass on Friday. He destroyed his hip last week with Akira in the Hart Ballroom on a cinder block. And just what he puts himself through, I know he's not feeling the best, but for him to come and do this show and wrestle me, put his belt on the line, meant a lot to me. I would love to do that match again because I feel like me and him at 100%, because I had wrestled 2 times before, and I'd wrestled Brett Ison and Sean Campbell in a tag match, who, as you know, Brett Ison and Sean Campbell will hit you, and then Rob Killjoy and White Mike. And that was also physically demanding. So I feel like the both of us at 100% could probably blow the roof off of any room. So I would love to absolutely do that again. But just to have this one felt really good, and it was really fun, and it's on IWTV right now. So if you want to watch it, go watch it. It'd be really nice, because then it'll be in my PayPal. So please, go watch it. That'd be great.
You've really been put in the ringer with the hard-hitting opponents lately. I've only shared the ring with John Wayne Murdoch very briefly in a scramble at JCW, but he took my broom from me and domed me with it, knocked me out, and I fell off the top turnbuckle. That's my brief experience wrestling John Wayne Murdoch. So hats off to you, because you lasted longer than I did.
Dude, that, it's, without like giving away too much, light tubes hurt. There was fire.
Really? They're painful?
Yeah.
You don't.
I know these, but like, there was fire. There was panes of glass. There was light tubes, safety pins, weed eaters. Like, it's fun. Just a fun day in the office. Not an average day. I wonder if I have a weed eater. I can't see it, but it's somewhere.
Yeah, it sounds pretty painful. Let's talk about the rest of this show, so we could spare you the thoughts of your own pain for a few minutes. Because
thank you, God.
Yeah, had a lot going on. Had a Kink City Championship match, Cruel in action, Hunter Drake in action. Just really your partner Jaden Newman in action. What else stood out to you from the show? Being the person organizing it and putting it on. What should people? Obviously the whole show, but just some things to sell this show on for people to go check it out on IWTV.
Carrie and Jaden is one of like the best matches I've seen recently. Carrie Awful and Jaden Newman. People were still talking about it this morning, which makes me happy. I'm getting messages about it this morning, which is great. Carrie and Jaden was like very special because Carrie trained Jaden, and in turn, Carrie's my grandfather, and Carrie trained Finesse, who was also on the show and had a really good match with Sean for the Kink City title. The Cruel.
Carrie looks great for being a grandfather. I mean,
Oh, he's great for being a grandfather. And he hits like one too. He hurts. The Cruel start to the show was really cool with Nick. Because you were going to get 60 seconds of unadulterated Nick Iggy. And then that Cruel thing came around like literally 2 days before the show because Anakin Murphy unfortunately got hurt. Best wishes to him. Really hope nothing too bad for him because that's like one of my best friends in wrestling. So that sucks that he couldn't be here. But the Cruel thing came about because Anakin was hurt. Option 2 couldn't make it. So I just went up to Cruel and I said, hey, man, can you just do this, please? Can you just kill Nick Iggy for me? I'll be very happy. He just kind of shook his head, so that was great.
Hey, buddy, can you do me a quick favor? Come over here, my guy. Let's have a chat.
Can you do a quick solid for me? And then he left the creek and then was here the next day. But that was a really fun start to the show. 4-way with Hunter Drake, Tommy Davis, Connor Martin, Kenny Calix. Really fun 4-way. Brett Eisen and Damon Stryker was another match that kind of stood out to a lot of people is what I'm hearing. So that's good. I didn't get to see these, and I hate that I didn't get to see these because I was managing weapons for my match and going over some things in these matches. So I hate that I couldn't see these, and I was running around scrambling because like we had maybe 3 people who could actually help do stuff who were free. So, and one of them was on music all night. So that was kind of hard. So I just had to scramble around, ended up having to do things myself, which is fine. That's how this whole show is, doing it myself. But it was hard that it sucked that I had to miss that match. And then I came in to watch Finesse and Sean. That match was really good. Love that match. Sean had the whole crowd fooled. When he faked an injury, even had some people fooled in the back. That was nice. 5, Campbell and Aiden Wright, Boot, Scoot, and Boogie. Just entertaining. Entertaining is all.
Okay, hold up. What is a Boot, Scoot, and Boogie match? Like, how does the stipulation work? I need all the details on this.
It's Country New Jack, so it's just country music playing throughout the match, and it's a hardcore match.
Oh my god, I love it. What song? Is it
Songs-
Boot Scootin' Boogie?
It was Boot Scootin' Boogie. It was When It Rains, It Pours, and then Aiden Wright demanded the music be turned off, so the music could not continue. But Sean Campbell did come out to Mama Tried, and they loved it. So
Legendary
the people
song.
people
Legendary.
loved it.
Rest in peace, Merle Haggard.
Yes, rest in peace, Merle Haggard. Coming back from intermission, we had, two great wrestlers, Casey Owens and Gary J. Casey Owens' face split open during the match. It was pretty bad. But that match was awesome. Match is awesome. Gary J, legend on the independent scene. Casey Owens, MVP of the SCI. It was awesome. 7, Carrie and Jaden. 8, interestingly enough, Big Dave and Negative Lee, also known as BDSM, which is Big Dave Zakiri and management. And Tim Bosby and Dylan Hales. Very, very entertaining. I watched it this morning.
Did Dylan wrestle with his backpack on?
He did not, but he wore a singlet.
Oh.
He wore a custom pink singlet that said Hales on it.
We're going to have to check this out.
So I have a bone to pick here with you, Jamesen, because of this match, we now have Dylan Hales thinking he should be qualifying for upcoming lists that we have, and he's in our mentions and our DMs, and you created a bit of a headache because this guy now has his ego's through the roof.
Look, I apologize that this is happening. However, and I don't want to defend Dylan, but his credentials, they're not bad. They're not.
Oh boy, he got to you too. All right.
He's beaten the New South champion. He did pin the New South champion last night. Granted, he was dead, but he did pin the New South champion.
Yeah.
The Dylan Hales brainworms are taking over here, it seems.
Oh,
he
boy.
did pin a former New South tag team champion in Negative Lee. He did pin the Hoss winner, Big Dave. And he manages the actual world champion. Now, I'm not saying he should be in the 500 because I find him very annoying. However, his credentials ain't terrible. They're not terrible here. They're not bad.
Oh, man. Well,
Maybe
we'll see. I don't think he has enough matches even close. So this match could potentially count toward the tag team 100 if he and Tim Bosby keep going on this run.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there
There it is, the tag team.
There we go. Perfect.
I kind of regret having said that because he'll see this and then.
I forgot about that. He maybe could absolutely be in the tag team 100.
Yeah. I think this is a good. And of course, the main event we already discussed. So let's
got to give him a title.
Here. We're talking tag team 100.
Yeah.
And tag team wrestling, and of course, you're one half of the IWTV World Tag Team Champions at Jaden Newman. Talk a little bit about that. That's huge. You guys beat Fresh Air, who had a great run as champions, took the title from the Great White North and brought it into the Southeast. So how are you feeling about all that?
So I feel great about it. I'm loving what me and Jaden are doing as a tag team right now. That whole situation kind of became very last second. We get a message from someone and they go, "Hey, this was Monday." We get a message. They go, "Hey, we'll possibly need you guys in Boston next week for Beyond Wrestling." We go, "All right, that's cool." And the next day, they were like, "Yeah, we definitely need you guys in Boston." So we said, "All right." We had to drop out of everything that next week because we do these student shows at TWE that I run, and I can't be there anymore. It was a good crash course from what I hear. So we have to drop that. Got to skip days of work, buy plane tickets, which is not cheap. And then we go and we get there and we're shaking hands. And that's when which we were kind of thinking maybe we could win these belts, maybe. But we didn't really know for sure until the meeting for the show. They're like, "Yeah, and they're winning the belts." And we were like, "Okay, that's cool." So very last second, me and Jaden learned that we were going to become IWTV World Tag Team Champions. But we've kind of just taken it and ran with it. And we've gotten to do some really cool stuff, like at New South. This whole Action and New South feud has been really fun. Action has just been dominating, which is great. Stuff at Action we've gotten to do, like our first defense was BK and Ella. That's a fun one. Next was Dumpster Divers in an unsanctioned match. And then 3 was Killjoy and White Mike, and then 4 was Saturday with KOBK. So we've gotten to wrestle some like really fun wrestlers and really different wrestlers, and we're not gonna and we don't want to hold these belts in the South. We want to go everywhere. So like we're going back to Beyond on Saturday, the same day we're both wrestling for ICW later in the night. Wrestling, I can't remember their name right now, but they are out of Beyond. They're really good wrestlers. I actually can't remember the name of the tag team, but later in that you wrestle the Pillars, Tommy and Malcolm, for ICW. So
you talk about wanting to take these belts all over the country and make defenses. Are there some teams in territories you've not been to yet that you would like to wrestle, like Texas? Is there a team there? Is there a team in the Pacific Northwest, California, the Midwest?
Oh yeah, like we want to wrestle AJ and KC Kazana. We want to wrestle the Kazanas. We want to wrestle Unsigned and Don't Care. We want to wrestle, again, Murdoch and Reed. We want to wrestle those two.
Yeah.
We want to wrestle, and like we want to wrestle Bang and Matthews. We want to wrestle those guys. We want to wrestle Miracle Gym. We want to give them a shot. Like we want to wrestle absolutely everybody. The Cogers would be fun. That'd be a fun one for us. Or Vandal 48, whatever they want to go by. I don't really care. Specifically,
like
Cogers.
Dudes, them.
Love them both. Love them both.
Yeah. They got a youngin with them now too, don't they?
Yeah, Napier.
Yeah.
He is. Ooh, that's a man right there. Christian Napier's a man. That's a real man.
I remember seeing him wrestle for the first time. It was Mania Week in LA, and he was on a Circle 6 show, and he just stood out right there. And that was how many years ago now? So with the experience under his belt, and then like the tutelage of Otis and Atticus. I
was gonna say, like, he's got a really good situation around him. If he has Atticus and Otis, like he's got a really good situation for him.
I need this title defense now. Like, I need to see this. We need this booked somewhere.
Yes,
we sponsor this match.
Okay.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, because what I want to see right now, that we talk about these minimum activity requirements. So you guys are making good progress toward that, but we do need a few more for you to qualify, and we want to be able to rank you if you're a World Tag Team Champion team.
How many do we
keep going?
Keep rolling here, baby.
How many matches do we need?
You need 10, or you can have 6 months worth of competition. But since you started a little later this evaluation period, you're halfway there.
What's the cutoff?
Because we wrestled top team for NWA Crossfire.
Peeling back the curtain here.
We've wrestled.
Total recall of matches is incredible to me. Like, I have a spreadsheet that I keep them all in, but I don't know if I could pull them off the top of my head the way you do.
We have top team, Carnies, top team and Carnies. We've had Fresh Air. We've had, that was top team and Carnies again. It's 5. We've had, let me see here, what else we had? KOBK, White Mike and Rob, Ugly Sucklings, BK and Ella.
Actually, you're right. A couple of these are not on. You may already be there. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me check this out. Oh, I'm just looking at specifically. Where are we?
Are you just on IWTV?
I was on Cage Match, but we don't need to do all this.
And then we've had Only Bros, and we had Dumpster Divers again. That's 11.
There you go. There's 11.
Then we got but is that? Well, okay.
Now we're going to
look into this because remember, it's the evaluation period. We're not talking about all the matches you've ever had together.
When's the evaluation period?
Oh my gosh, off the top of my head.
It's from March.
It's basically fall to fall, so it's like
that was from March. You'll make it.
Yeah. That was from March of this year to now.
Y'all work enough. You'll make it.
Yeah, that was.
You just see a little bit of how this works here. What we have to look through. This is same thing we do with the 500. Same thing we do with the women's 250. We have to make sure everyone has the minimum number of matches for whatever that type of contention is. But you guys have been keeping busy, and that's a huge part of what this is. It's this activity. It's getting out there, making towns, winning championships, and again,
Awesome.
World Tag Team Championship. So congratulations on your success as far as that goes, and SCI and everything else, because you've been killing it. So great year for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a wild year, 2025.
Yeah.
Hybrid title, wrestling on H2O's last show, which was cool. Wrestling, really good wrestlers, like really fun wrestlers to wrestle. Again, IWTV titles, #1 contender for the TWE title. SCI winner, Haas entrant. It's been a wild year. It's been really fun. Been a really fun year.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to keep following along with your journey, and fans can as well. We'll give you a chance to plug whatever you want to plug, share your social media handles, all that good stuff. But first, Kaia, anything else you want to ask Jamesen before we part ways with our guest here today?
No, I think you did an excellent job of covering what you're doing currently. Thank you for the insight on your show, on your tag team run, a little bit of insight on the experience of participating in SCI. You've had quite a run recently, and I really look forward to seeing where you go the rest of the year. I'm very excited for you, my friend.
I appreciate that. It's hard to remember all these things, but they're up there somewhere. They're up there.
You did a good job. Again, very impressed.
Yes.
And very impressed with your work. Again, everybody, Jamesen Shook, SCI winner 2025, one half of the IWTV World Tag Team Champions with Jaden Newman. Before we go, Jamesen, the floor is yours to plug anything you want to plug, whether it's upcoming appearances, social media handles, your favorite Chapel Roan song, whatever you want to talk about. Go for it.
So social media, Jamesen, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, I really don't care. JShook_75. On Instagram, it's just Jamesen Shook. Pretty simple. Jamesen_Shook is the @. For upcoming stuff I have NWA Crossfire on Friday, Saturday Beyond Wrestling, and ICW No Holds Barred. And then basically back to the regular schedule of at TWE on August 9th. Let's see what else. Yep, shout out TWE. And the best Chapel Roan song, in my opinion, is probably Phenomenon.
Good pick.
Great pick.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching, listening. However you I hate the word consumed for this stuff, but however you consumed this episode.
Yes. Thank you for
this episode.
Yeah.
Jamesen, thank you again for joining us.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for letting people consume me. That was great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
That's great.
We're all about overconsumption these days, huh?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Guys, before we part ways here, could you take us out with some witchy wisdom for our viewers and listeners?
Oh my god! Usually I have something very profound and like poignant to say, but like this time I'm just gonna say, be nice to people. Like, just be a nice person, because how you treat people certainly does come back to you threefold. And in my experience in wrestling, there are a lot of people that are mean for no reason. So just be nice, be a nice, good human being, and treat others the way you want to be treated. It's a tried and true piece of advice, but it really does apply. For the rest of the year, everybody just needs to be nice and be pleasant and bring good energy to whatever show you're on. How about that?